Hey everybody, it's 6 a.m. in the morning and I am dog tired. But I'm in for a long ride, about 4 hours, out to Maryland to go to an auction. I have no idea what will be there. I'm hoping it'll be a nice haul. But as with these things go, you never know. So let's get rolling. What gets me up at 6 a.m. in the morning to do these things? I don't know. Alright, so we're on for an adventure. Hang tight. Alright, so we're on the road now, and I'm hoping that traffic won't be so bad because it's so early in the morning. Though it is a Saturday morning, so that also should help. There's no commute. Now, what I'm hoping to see is maybe some laser discs. I think of all the auctions I've gone to, I have not seen a Laserdisc game yet to date. But I'd love to see one of those. Some good working classic games. But you never know. I mean, sometimes you're surprised what you find at these places. I'm sure there'll be a lot of jukeboxes and vending machines and maybe some rides. Those things are also at arcade auctions. But it looks like traffic's pretty good right now. I'm happy to see that. Sun hasn't come up yet. It's really early. I'm not used to getting up at 6 a.m. and actually I was up at 5:30. Haven't had my coffee, which was probably not a smart thing to do. But we'll muddle through. Maybe I'll find something on the way. Now, Baltimore, Maryland is about 4 hours away. The auction starts at 10 a.m. I should be getting there just as it gets underway. I'm not worried about missing anything because usually when they start auctions, they start with the smaller items before they get to the big stuff because they want to actually have as many people there as possible, and starting the good stuff, the sweet stuff, promptly at 10 a.m. isn't the best idea. Usually you want to get to these things 2 hours in, an hour and a half in, to start seeing some of the good stuff come up. And what I mean by the small stuff is they'll probably have some touchscreen games, some bar-like games that you'd find at bars. They'll do those first. They're mega touches. So I'm not too worried about missing those. I've got one of those at home already, so go on. Alright. See y'all. Well, the sun has come up, and now I'm really getting hungry. So I'm going to try to find a little place to pull over as soon as I can and get something to eat. Well, we're almost here. In fact, I'm right outside the Maryland State Fairgrounds where the auction's taking place. My driving got me here a lot quicker than I thought, so that's pretty cool. It looks like a pretty huge place, so this is boding well for some good stuff. Let's take a look at some of it. I'm going to pull into the driveway now. I'm looking for the strippers convention. Is this the right place? No. How about arcade games?
Arcade games? It's right down there. Parking's all the way down there.
Okay. Thanks a lot, dude. I guess they do lots of animal shows and probably sell cattle and whatnot. As you can see, the parking lot looks pretty good. It is barely 10 a.m. Not even. It's 9:40, so it's early. This place is going to get pretty packed pretty soon. So let's head on over there. Now this is interesting. It says milking parlor. I can only assume they're talking about cows. This city boy doesn't know what a milking parlor is, but let's see, there's lots of fans up there. And they've got heavy curtains on the windows. And then in this window, it looks like there's a great big steel drum. I guess that's where all the milk goes. Pretty cool. Alright. Let's get in this joint.
Now this is the part of the video where I narrated from the comfort of my own home after I've gone through everything. Now first impressions are always important, and when I first walked in, I didn't know what to expect. That's the beauty of these things, but when it's a fairgrounds, you know they've got lots of real estate, so it tends to be large. This is the first impression I got when I walked in. It looked good. It went far
cool.
back to the back of the room. So I thought I would go to the edges of the walls, which is usually where the larger machines are, and this is no different. These were kind of cool because I usually see them without the videos on top. So these are very new and modern, which were nice to see that these things are still popular. There's a good old Dance Dance Revolution. Lots of driving games. It's good to see those as well. And they all looked like they were in really good condition. And I found that kind of odd that machine after machine looked really, really good. But at the moment, other than that, I didn't think much of it. But there was a reason for that, and we'll see later on. Now, a lot of these machines are two-parters where the seat section is separate than the video section, and they come apart, and that's the way they transport them. A lot of these machines were set on free play. A lot of these machines were plugged in, I believe, by the auction house's electrical cords. Many times at auctions, you're encouraged to bring your own electrical cord so you can test out the machines. But again, another weird sign that I should have picked up, that most of these were plugged in, and they look great, as you can see. Very clean cabinets. The monitors look sharp, not much in the way of burn-in. Now these were sold. The day before Friday, they had a buy it now. I didn't go on that one, so I guess these were sold earlier, or maybe earlier in the day. In fact, I saw the guys at the end when I was leaving, when they were trying to transport this Star Wars machine. They were having a big problem trying to get it in a tiny car. Definitely, they should have thought about getting a larger vehicle to move that. Now, this was a really, really good show because they had a full kitchen where you can just eat the food there, which is smart because you don't want your crowd to leave because they're getting hungry around noon or so, which is the height of the auction. This particular place had a full menu of stuff. It was great. So as I'm going up and down the aisles, I start noticing these yellow tags that are on all the machines. And then it dawned on me. If you look closely at these tags, every single one of the tags has a number on it. And I assumed it was the number of the machine because that's how they identify them. But no, I was wrong. Each one of them has a price on them. It's a buy it now price. So if you are interested in buying this game, you can just find one of the employees that are all with red t-shirts, and you could say, hey, I want this Tekken. And he would walk over to whatever the price on it was, which would be the price that the seller wanted for the machine, and you would just pay it up. For instance, this is a combination Millipede, Missile Command, and Centipede game, and it looked very good condition. It's kind of neat, and it was going for the buy it now price of $3.95, which I think is a really fair price. There were a lot of multicades, and these are games that have multiple arcade games in them. Here's a multicade for $6.50. I don't exactly know how many games are in that. There are a lot of different variations of the multicade. There's the 40-in-1, there's a 60-in-1, so I guess you'd have to check it out to see what you were buying. But again, most of the buy it nows were really reasonable. Here's a Street Fighter 2, for instance. Look at the price on this one. It could be yours for $150. That's really good. Now there were a lot of Miss Pac-Mans there as well. Here's a older Miss Pac-Man in some beat up condition. You can see the bezels kind of messed up. and they wanted $800 for that. But the beauty of it is this was the original. It wasn't a stencil. It was the painted Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, I should say. And those are really intrinsic. Hard to find those. Now this is going to be a long walkthrough. Be my guest, stick around as we go through these machines, and I'll try to get as many prices on screen so you can compare what they are, so you can see what goes on at these auctions. Really cool stuff. Zaxxon, a classic. Really clean machine. Take a look at it. $450. Now, again, these are the buy it now prices. These are what the sellers were looking for in perfect condition. Original Mortal Kombat, $400. Now, if you were to stick around for the auction, chances are you can get it even cheaper. Unless, of course, you are up against someone who really wants that game and you get into a little bidding war. And we've seen these things. They're very popular. Auctions are getting popular on cable TV. They've got a couple of auction shows on cable. And that's pretty cool because you get to see what's going on. Here's another Multicade. This one's really expensive, so I would imagine there's a lot of games on this machine. Most of the Multicades are converted old machines, the cabinets from previous games. A Burnout for $250. Golden Tees are also extremely popular. These make a lot of money in bars. A lot of money. Don't ask me why drunk people like to play video golf, but they do. There are a lot of redemption machines. These are redemption machines. Basically, you put money in and usually a prize gets spit out. And these are very modern. I never saw a lot of these redemption machines before. I'm used to the crane machines, and we've all seen those before. But anything that attracts people to the machine, they'll do it. Flashing lights, tic-tac-toe, all kinds of stuff. What the heck is that? I don't know. I've never played it. But a lot of times they'll have toys already included in the auction for the machines. These were all emptied out, but they were in prime condition. This is why these machines were in such good conditions. These were all the buy it now machines. And I was shocked to see it. It was a great idea. And as I was going through the floor, people were actually buying the games. I would look at a game and walk on down, come back to it, and there was a sold sticker on it. So as people were coming in, they would see these and they would just buy them. Because you don't know when they're going to come around to that machine to do the auction. It might be in an hour, it might be in 2 hours, it might be in 3 hours. Who knows? Another Multicade, as you can see. These were all really good games. A couple of shooting games. Clax, a nice classic for $300. It looked like it was cleaned up. The T-molding was replaced. WWF Stars. Another Pac-Man. Ms. Pac-Man. I keep saying Pac-Man. This one is all redone. As you can see, it's got the new vinyl. It's got a new bezel. It's got the decals on the side, and they want $900. I mean, it's perfectly clean. Now here's a Multicade. Look at the price on this one, $12.50. Dig Dug. Lots of Multicade machines. And you can see this is a generic machine. They took out the guts of it and they put it in a Multicade. Now, I was keeping my eye on this Mario Brothers. I love Mario Brothers, and I thought this would be a great game in a game room. It was in good condition, looked great, but it was sold. By the time I got back, there were two of them. This one was the better of the two, actually. Yeah, I remember RoboCop. That was fun. Mortal Kombat 2. Now here's someone wheeling another Ms. Pac-Man. Now these games are coming in from buyers and sellers that want to get rid of their games, and look at the price on this one. It's one of those Multicade. What is this? Can I get this any clearer? I think I do. Okay, so it's saying how many things they've repaired on this machine. You're paying for a top-notch machine there. That was overpriced. I would never pay for that. Not what they're asking. It's good to see a lot of driving games, too. No cigarette burns on these machines. You can see that they were really well kept or really nicely restored. Look how gorgeous that is.
No, hi, how are you? You looking to buy one of these things? He is?
He's always looking at all of them.
Hi, how are you? No, it's not. I'm not trying to hawk it. I do a YouTube channel and I'm just getting some footage for it. So have a good game because thousands of people are going to watch your game. Have a great day.
That's a pretty good price for a Ghost and Goblins. Now, I've played one of these redemption machines. They're cool. They're a lot of fun. That's a little rich for my blood, but that is a modern redemption machine. So I would imagine it would last a long time with very little maintenance. Another Golden Tee. Now the Golden Tees, there's a different year for them. This was great. I'd love to have this one. It's a Williams combination machine with all the Williams games in there and some others. It even has a Mario Brothers. Look at that. That's crazy. Awesome. Would you pay $1,150 for that? I don't know. I wonder what it would go for in auction. So I hope you get an idea of these prices. Now, a lot of the big expensive ones, look, Metal Slug for less than $200. Metal Slug 5. Now, a lot of these machines, they seem fairly priced to me. Street Fighter 2. Now, we're going to compare. I have mentioned in other videos on how video games retain their value compared to pinball machines retain their value. And I always said that the pinball machines are a better place to put your money if you were looking to invest in something from an arcade machine, because the pinball machines appreciate for the most part. If you get the right pinball, you'll make a lot of money. And here's some pinballs on this wall. We're going to look at some of the prices of the pinball machines compared to what we've just seen on the arcade machines. Some of them are more popular than others. And I will point out the ones that are very, very popular. These were all clean machines. Many of them, again, were on free play, so people were enjoying themselves. It's nice when you get to play these games up front, see what you're getting, see what works, what doesn't work. That's a pretty popular game. There's some older ones. Okay, we're coming up on one of the granddaddies of the pinball. This appears to be a Addams Family Gold, and it has gold rails, gold legs, and it's got some extra features. Look at the price of this thing. Yeah, you see it, $7,500. And this is considered one of the best pinball games out there, maybe in the top 10. And it is a great game. I have played it. I own one, but that's an insane amount of money that they're asking for that. Look at this. coming up on an Indiana Jones, which is another fantastic game. This is a wide-body machine. Lots of fun things on the playfield. This is fantastic. I love this game. I have the pleasure of owning this as well. And for this, they are asking $4,500. I'm not saying it's not worth the money, but that's the difference between an arcade game and this. And why is that? Because the arcade games can be emulated 100%, and these games can't be emulated 100%. You can have it on the video screen, but it's not the same. This is a more modern Indiana Jones put out by Stern. This is like a second game. The first one was Williams, and it's $3,000. It's nearly $4,000, which is the price of a new machine, pretty much out of the box. Iron Man, same thing. I would imagine it's pretty much the same price, just under $4,000. Kiss, awesome. Now, if you do a little research, you can find out what are some of the better and more popular pinballs. If you're looking to collect, you can find out which ones appreciate, which ones stay pretty flat, and which ones depreciate. You don't want to buy a game that's going to depreciate in value unless you have some kind of sentimental reason that you want to buy it. Here's another granddaddy, Medieval Madness. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Another one of mine that I have. I love it. And they want $8,000 for this machine. Yeah, $8,000 for that machine. Crazy. Another Addams Family. This is not the gold edition. $4,250. World Poker Tour. Put out by Stern a couple of years ago. Junkyard is a popular game too. Not as popular as the others, but it retains its value. Monopoly. It's a nice game. I think it was $2,000 for that. And here's another, the third Addams Family. It has the topper on top. Standard Addams Family, not the gold edition. This one's been reduced to $32.50. Family Guy. This came out a couple of years ago. Just under $4,000, pretty much what a new machine would cost. For that, you know, if I was to buy one, I would just go to the manufacturer and get it for that price. I wouldn't buy it used. But again, who knows? I mean, unless you know what they go for, you wouldn't know. And you would think, hey, it looks clean, it looks great. I could just pick it up and buy it now. Simpsons Pinball Party, very popular game. I have this game. I have to get it to work. I have a couple of things that I have to adjust on mine. $3,499. And there's Tron, one of the newest pinball games that has been released by Stern. And this one was not going on auction. This was a buy it now only. So I was impressed. And then I looked down, let's see, over here we had there's an antique scale that told your fortune. A mini Mamecade. This was cool because it was a tiny one. I would have loved to have this one too. For $900, I wasn't doing it, but one day I'm going to get myself one of these. Slot machine, Golden Nugget. And here are the touchscreen games that you find in bars. Mega Touches and the like. These are great money makers. A lot of them have bill validators that they put in dollars. This one has a bill validator. And they just make money if you have a good location for it. I've got one of these at home. I think I bought it at an auction a couple of years ago for $600. I think I paid a little too much for it. But I did stick around to see what these were going for, and they were going for around the same price, so I don't know. I would have liked to pay less for it, but I think I came away a little high on that.
In order to get a buyer's number, the office is across the wall on the other side of the building.
By this time, the auction was starting. It was getting underway. It was around 10, I believe, or just getting too close to 10. And I wanted to get myself positioned to see what was going to go on the block first. Now, even if you're not interested in buying a machine, this is a free event. You can just walk in and spend the entire day playing games. So, if these ever come into your neighborhood, or if it's close enough to drive, go to one. They're a lot of fun to watch. They're a lot of fun to experience. Spy Hunter, $749. I have one that I think I bought for close to around the same price a couple of years ago. Problem with Spy Hunter is it's a very, very heavy machine. Believe it or not, it's one of the heavier machines, and they're pretty fragile to move because they're so old. $695 for I missed it. Was that a millipede or a centipede? Centipede, I believe. Another mini Multicade cocktail table. Look at this, $450. So this is interesting, a $450. So you get the picture. It seems that a lot of these machines are converting. Oh, here's the other Mario Brothers that I really, really wanted to get. I don't know what held me back. I just, I don't know, 300. This was a really good price for it. It was gobbled up. And you can see the Multicade is what they're doing now. This is the way to go. They're making a lot of money. Here is an original, I guess, 1979 Space Invaders for under $400. Get a load of this. That is awesome. Even if it's just for the nostalgia. An original Vector, this is Asteroids Deluxe. Okay, there was an Asteroids and there's an Asteroids Deluxe here too. Fantastic. I mean, just to have these old games, it's fantastic. Here's one of the front ends of how this particular Multicade works. They call it Ultracade. Some hunting games. How many Ms. Pac-Mans was that so far? Lots of them. Here's the asteroids that I was looking at. $595. Original asteroids, just with normal wear, because these are painted on. Remember, this didn't have a joystick. You would have to rotate your machine with a button, left and right. The Vector looked great. Side art looked really good. Okay, Donkey Kong. What will Donkey Kong go for? It looked really clean. The paint was nice. $500. Do you think that's a lot of money for a Donkey Kong? I don't know. I mean, obviously you can get it less if you were going for the auction. But if you really wanted a Donkey Kong, $500, and the condition was great. By this time, it's started to fill up. You can see the crowd is getting a little bigger, and it will proceed to get even larger as the hours go by. I must say, this place even had fantastic, clean restrooms. Here's a shot of some of the rules and regulations of what it takes to be a participant. It's quite fair. Look at these modern bowling games. I mean, that's a flat screen TV. So now I walked into this room. This is a whole different section, and I was blown away. There's tons of stuff here. Look at all these billiard tables. Air hockey. Just waiting. Darts. And rows and rows and rows of other stuff. Now, as I walked down these, I noticed that these did not have buy it now prices. So then it dawned on me, okay, the other room was the buy it now stuff. That stuff that didn't sell yesterday, or people that were still bringing it today because they knew today would be the big day. And these on this side were just the standard stuff. This is the stuff that I would normally see at auctions. Just stuff that's unplugged, stuff that looks a little bit more worn. These machines on this side, the cranes, they look great. A lot of redemption machines. I know folks that pick up a couple of these machines and they find a nice location or a diner or some area. Oh, they're wheeling in a gauntlet. Look at that. See, they're still bringing stuff in. People will arrive, they'll register their machine, tell people what their buy it now price is if they want to put it in the buy it now, or they'll just let it go for auction. This one was disassembled. I don't know why. But these machines are a little bit older, a little bit... Oh, Black Tiger. Love that game. Here's a Mousetrap. Fantastic. A lot of them weren't plugged in. So these were not getting the lion's share of the attention. You would have to plug them in yourself. Here's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. By the end of the day, they moved this machine to the other side. So I guess the owner had changed his mind and put a buy it now price. There's a mini Golden Tee. Lots of multicades. DK Jr. Oh no, that was Donkey Kong 3. So do you see the scope and the vastness of this place? It's an all-day affair. You can really, really spend the entire day here. So they were wise to have very clean restrooms, food on premises. The place was very nice. When it's a fairgrounds, you're always in for a good show. I have gone to armories, which are very small compared to this, and obviously the real estate's not there. And there's no food on premises. Sometimes they'll bring in a truck with food, but that's not the same. You're just getting something off the back of a truck. Now here's some gumball machines and a foosball table and all kinds of stuff. They were really good condition. They were clean. I mean, has anybody ever really wanted to own a 5-foot gumball machine for their house? Why not? Come to an auction, you can pick one up for $25, $30. So here's where the auction is taking place. It started on this end, and again, they're gonna use this side first because these are the less popular games. They want as many people to arrive, so by 12 o'clock, they're gonna move it into the other area, and hopefully they'll make a lot of money.
These guys work hard, and they've been working like crazy the last day. Strong, putting this thing up and getting it going for you guys. During the sale, they are on auction game sales clock. Now,
It just goes on and on and on.
the guys go off the clock. They are available to help you load and move stuff. Y'all raise your hand, guys. Seriously. These guys work hard. They're willing to help you. Y'all kind of talk a little when they help you, that kind of thing. You know what I mean. Show them some love.
Now here's a DK Jr. Complete, not working. Complete, but not working. Okay. I'm sure that'll go for pennies. A pittance. Gauntlet Legends, Street Fighter versus Capcom. Now, out of all these games, have you seen something that you want? Have you seen something that you would buy? Would you wait for an undisclosed amount of time until that machine came up to the auction? Would you sit around all day if you got there at, let's say, 10 o'clock like I got there, and your machine maybe wouldn't come up until 5 in the afternoon, but you were afraid to leave because you really don't know in what order they're going to do it, so you have to stick around for the whole 5 hours? But Honestly, what better place to stick around than at a place where you can play arcade games for the most part for free? Not every game was set on free play. Not every game was plugged in. Not every game worked. But there were plenty on hand that you can spend the whole day just knocking around.
Y'all ready? There any of the kids here? Like 5 and under?
Ooh, look at this guy. Guitars included.
Any kids here like 5 years and under?
Look at the screens on these. Huge. Oh, I met this lady in the McDonald's when I was coming in.
What's up, big guy? Are you a Ravens fan?
And here's some older pinball
You like
machines.
black ducks?
These
Here.
are just going up for auction,
Oh, there you go.
and they are just starting off.
I see 2 cute little girls over there. If they want one, they're in too. Come on, girl. Y'all like pigs? Let's not give him. He don't even have no britches on. Come on, girl. Here you go, man. Do they even show Looney Tunes on the TV anymore?
That's a nice way to start off the
Come
auction.
here, reach in there and get you one. Let's have a good time. I hope you get what you came for. The first item number is 98, number 7, a box of plush. It looks like it's mostly Looney Tunes. Here, to me, right, Marion's a Looney Tune. To me, give 100. I'm going to about $10, $20. I'm going to 10. He did it be 20. I'm going to about 10, 20. Where? I'm going to bid. There you go. That's how you do it. He's our model this morning. $20, 30. Not 20 to bid. Now 30. Asking 30 once, twice. Here, last and final opportunity. Asking now 40. 30's bid. Band has 30. Asking 40. Now 40 bid. Now 40 to buyer. Anybody else? I have. So $30. Buyer number is 194. 194. 194 the buyer number. 106-1 is a little gumball machine. Here, 200. 100. I would about $10, 20. I'm about 20, now 30. I had 20 bid, asking 30 to buy. Hit 40, Marion's in, 30 bid 40. Hot 30, 40, now 30. Here, 40, thank you, 50 to buy. I'm 40, 50, now 40, 50. Last call, anybody else? $50. I have $40 sold. You bought it. Bid number 413, 413. Again, guys, if you're driving a white truck that says Keebler Construction, you have your lights on, go cut those lights off. You don't want your battery to die. 111 number 2, 111-2. It's called the Big Pulsar. It does have a key. 250. I'm 2.5, now 50. I'm 25, asking 50. I'm 50, 25, 50, 25, $35 bid. Here, 35, right here, 35. Last call. It's one, thank you, 45. Yeah, you hear that, 35 to 45, 35 to 45. Last chance, 45, $45. Asking what's happening. Then 45, 50. Gotta be 50 even. Not 50, 50, sold 45 by 194, 194. Item 64-2 is Crazy Cherry. I'll slide this now. Here to be sell the Crazy Cherry. 200. I'm about 25. Here, 25. Here, 50. 25. 35. 45. Here, 35. 45. 35. Marion's in. 45 to bid. 45. Here, 35 to get 45. 50 even, Marion. Here, 45 to be 50. You're out, Marion. 50. Now 50. Now 50. Anybody else? I have sold 45. Buyer number 194. 194. Number is 715. Simpsons Pinball Party. Did you see the news this morning? The voices from the Simpsons just took a pay cut. Now they only get $240,000 per episode.
How dare they?
I feel sorry for those guys. What are we going to do? Here's the 7715. Right. $2,000, and $2 grand. $1,000, $1,100. Here, $1,100, $1,200, $13, $14, $17, $17. You're at $16, $17, $18. You're gonna get $19. You're gonna get $2,000. Here, $23, $23, $22, $24. Here, $24, $24, $24, $25, $26. It's $2700. It's 28, 27, 28 on the Simpsons pinball. 27 for Oliver. Asking $2,800. Last and third and final chance. Anybody else? I have $2,700. Sold on 114, 114. 81 number 7. Sell hook. You ride 25. Hit it 819. Hit 990. Now 1,000. You get it on hook. And the last call for $1,000. Hit it 10 now 10. You ride get $1,000. Under the 1,000 to bid. Somebody say yes. Hit it 1. I'm going to get one. You ride $1,000. Under the $500. That's it. Last call 6. Hit it 5, 6, 7, 700. Hit it 800. I have on hook now. 7, 8. Hit it 9. Hit it $900. 8's back here. 9 this way. Here 850 for you, sir. 850. You ride 9 to bid. Hit it 9. You're not going to bid 9. You ride 9 money. Once, twice. Anybody else here? Now 950. Hit it 950. Hit it 950. Give a quarter. Under the quarter, 9 quarter. You ride 9 quarter. 9 quarter. I have 900. So, to number 222. Long number now, 46-2. You're right into the High Roller Casino. $100. You're right into the $1,000. You're into the $1,000. 500. You're into the 500. 500. You're right into the 5, 6. It's going to be a high roller. 700. 708. 800. 78. 78. 900. Now $1,000 to bid. It's into 10. I take 950. It's into 950. Now 1,000. It's into $1,000. It's into 950. Last call for 1,000. Now 1050. It's into 1050. A new bidder, now 1,100, 1,150, 1,150, 11 high, 1150, 1,200. Hey, you say 12. Hit it there, now 12, now 50, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 1,250, now $1,300. 13, now 50, 13, B50, 1350, 1,350, 1350, 1,400. Now 14. Did you say yes? Now 1450. All right, 1450. Hey, my friend, would you get 1425? Hey, 14, now quarter, trying to help you along. Another quarter, now 50, 14 a quarter, now 50. Are you all done? Anybody else here? I have 1425. Sold, 1425. Sold, number 658. Into the 44-10, into the Family Guy, into the 2,800 long video, into the 2,500. Hey, 25, 25. Here, what about Rochester? 2,500. Into there, now 25. Now 2,600. 2,600. 2,700. 2,800. 2,800. 2,900, Family Guy, 29. You're going to here 9. You're about 2,850. Anyone else? And up 9. 29 to bid, 9 to buyer. Into 900. Yeah. You're about my money at 28 and a half, 29. Now 50. 29.50. 29.50. Anybody else? I have. He's with you, isn't he? Here, about 20. Yeah. 29.50. I have now $3,000. Here, about pretty. You're going to get £3 to bid, £3 to fire, once, twice. Anybody else? I have $29.50 sold. The number is 120, buyer number 120. Got a new display on this game. It was installed October 1st, a few days ago. 81-8, $100, £3,000 on the back. Then you get the three, get it now $3,000. Under the $3,000, $1,000, $1,100. Then the 10, the 11, then you get now 12, $12, and then 13, 14, 15, got to be 15, 16, here to 15, 16. You're also out 17, your turn, $1,700, 18, here's 17, then now 19, you're now $1,900, then 18's 19, £2 to bid. Here 2, then now 2, my money's in, your money's out, $2, 21. Here 1, 21, 22, here 1, 2, 2, you say 22? Now 23. 2003, 2004, here 24, 25 $1. Then to the quarter money by 25, by 24, he can be a half. Anybody else here? Now 5, 24 and a half, 20, $5 here, $5, a half, 24.50 sold. The number is 184.
Well, that was a pretty cool turnout. I liked the games that they had on display. There was a lot of neat stuff there. Generally speaking, they don't have the buy it now section, so it was good to see a buy it now because those were all the top of the line games that were in working condition that they had put together in one room. More often you just go to a straight auction, but the buy it now was a nice feature. I liked it. I understand that the actual viewing of the buy it now was yesterday, so a lot of games probably sold yesterday that we didn't even get a chance to see. Anything that didn't sell yesterday got bumped into today, and you were able to do the buy it now in the morning, and then by 11 o'clock they started to put the buy it nows into the auction section. They, of course, removed the buy it now prices before they started auctioning them off. So if you remembered them or wrote them down, you had an idea and an edge of how much you should be bidding, or definitely not bidding above. All right, well, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time, and now I have to do a 4-hour drive back home. Take care, guys. See you around.